Iraq's economic transformation, a new era begins. Hello and welcome back to Dinar Exchange Chronicles. We hope you're all doing well. Today, we're diving deep into Iraq's economic transformation, a process that has been underway for over 2 decades and is now reaching a critical turning point. If you've been following recent developments, you know that something significant is on the horizon. Key policies, financial restructuring, and global interest in Iraq's economy are aligning like never before. In this article, we'll explore how these changes could reshape Iraq's financial landscape and impact global markets. A long-awaited turning point, the implementation of Article 140. For years, Article 140 has been a major topic of discussion in Iraq's political and economic landscape. This legislation, if fully implemented, could resolve long-standing territorial disputes and create a more stable environment for businesses, investments, and citizens. Its implementation would be a historic step toward restoring economic balance, strengthening financial institutions, and opening the doors for major reforms. The question now is, are we finally about to see this happen? Key indicators of economic change. There are several strong signals that Iraq is on the verge of a major economic shift. 1. Restoration of purchasing power. Iraq's citizens could soon experience greater financial stability as their currency strengthens. 2. Oil production stabilization. Iraq's energy sector is becoming more efficient with stable oil production and improvements in electricity supply. 3. Financial institutions taking notice. Banks, investors, and international financial bodies are closely watching these developments, anticipating a major financial transformation. These aren't just isolated improvements. They point toward a broader economic restructuring that could reshape Iraq's financial future. The role of key legislation in Iraq's progress. One of the biggest remaining hurdles is the passage of critical legislation, particularly Amendment 12. If Iraq's parliament moves forward with approving this amendment, it could unlock greater budget transparency, increased foreign investments, stronger economic oversight, and financial exposure. For years, analysts have speculated about these changes, but this time they appear closer than ever. Several Middle Eastern financial institutions have already been briefed about upcoming reforms, indicating that major investments could be on the way. Global interest in Iraq's financial reforms. Iraq's economic restructuring isn't happening in isolation. It has global implications. Banks, financial institutions, and currency traders worldwide are closely monitoring these
developments. A key factor driving these changes is the U.S. Treasury's recent involvement in Iraq. In the past few weeks, U.S. officials have significantly increased their diplomatic and financial engagements in the region, particularly focusing on Iraq. This surge in attention isn't a coincidence. It suggests that major economic policies are on the verge of implementation. Iraq's long-term strategy for economic growth. Under Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, Iraq has been working closely with international organizations like the World Bank to implement long-term economic reforms. In a recent meeting, al-Sudani and World Bank Vice President for the Middle East and North Africa, Ousmane Diagana, discussed reducing Iraq's dependence on oil revenues and expanding into new industries. The key goals of Iraq's economic strategy include encouraging private sector growth, attracting large-scale foreign investment, creating more job opportunities for citizens, diversifying revenue sources beyond oil. Early results show positive progress. Recent tax and customs reforms have already started to show positive results, bringing in higher revenues and increasing investor confidence. Major infrastructure projects. Building the future. Iraq's development strategy isn't just talk. It's being backed by real investments. The World Bank has pledged financial support for key infrastructure projects that will modernize Iraq's economy. Some of the most significant projects include revamping Iraq's railway system. A modernized railway network could transform trade, logistics, and transportation. Investments in energy and oil sectors, strengthening energy infrastructure to ensure long-term economic stability. Private sector financing by the IFC, the International Finance Corporation, IFC, is stepping in to support private sector growth. These efforts are paving the way for a stronger and more resilient economy. A global game changer, Iraq's impact on international markets. Iraq's financial reforms could have far-reaching consequences for international banking and finance, oil prices and energy markets, foreign investments, and economic partnerships. If Iraq continues on this path, its economy could transform from a fragile system into a financial powerhouse. Global investors, policymakers, and financial institutions are closely watching Iraq's next moves, understanding that these changes could reshape economic dynamics worldwide. The countdown has begun. What's next for Iraq? All signs indicate that a major shift is coming in Iraq's financial system. Banks are preparing. Investors are waiting. The world is watching. If Iraq continues on its current trajectory, the country could be entering a new era, one where its economic potential is finally unlocked. Stay tuned for more updates. We will continue to monitor these developments and bring you the latest insights on Iraq's financial transformation. Make sure to subscribe to Dinar Exchange Chronicles for more in-depth analysis on Iraq's economy.